Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys some major news in regards to the Boruto anime, because we got some brand new spoilers for the upcoming anime episodes from episode 271 up to 274. And as you can tell from the title, as you can tell from the thumbnail, we got a Sasuke and Boruto team up mission coming in this batch of episodes. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and jump into the information we have courtesy of Organic Dinosaur, which much appreciation and big thank yous to Organic Dinosaur for translating the information out of the magazines, as well as buying the magazines to give us this information. So the big thing that you can take out of all these episode summaries that we have is that essentially what I told you guys at the beginning of this Himawari Academy arc, they were going to stretch this arc out until they had enough episodes for the home media release, and it looks like the Ninja Academy arc is going to be ending on episode 273, which that should be around 14 episodes on this current home media release, i.e. the Blu-ray disc over there in Japan. That's usually how you can tell how long an arc's going to be. Just pull up the Blu-rays, see how many episodes are still left on the Blu-ray to be filled out, look at the pacing of the arc, and then if it's the end of the arc that you're factoring in, add 4 episodes or transition episodes, which is what they do before they jump into the next arc or before they adapt like a manga chapter or something. There's always 4 to 6 transition episodes depending on how much room is left on the home media release. Getting into the episode itself, episode 271 is going to be airing on October 16th, and it's titled The Island of Treachery. And according to this summary, which was published in Animedia magazine, it says, even though Yukawari Kai seems to be disappointed that the school festival has gotten canceled, she was able to make a lot of new memories with her friends. Kawaki, Boruto's younger sister Himawari, and the rest of their classmates are now heading out for an outdoor lesson on a deserted island. However, the uninhabited island is swirling with various rumors, and then they seem to no longer have any of the food that they had all prepared for the trip. One by one, strange happenings seem to keep arising. Under the guidance of their homeroom teacher Kakahana, the class tries to cooperate with one another in order to overcome the difficult situations that they encounter during their interrupted outdoor lesson. Meanwhile, Kawaki can't be sure if the assassin who is targeting Kai is somewhere lurking nearby, and so Kawaki becomes increasingly vigilant about his surroundings. Now that one right there, that's kind of interesting, because like that kind of builds on the whole thing of they're playing up Hanakaka might actually be the assassin, or she might be brainwashed into doing everything. I'm very curious to see how they kind of play that up, because as we know, in this upcoming episode on this upcoming Sunday, it looks like she's being brainwashed based off of the preview. It looks like they're using some of those same horror filters that they used back in the last set of transition episodes. So it looks like they're transitioning from that to now they're on a deserted island, which that kind of makes sense. If you can get Kai away from the rest of the classmates and get her away from any of those Chunin that are watching her inside the village, it makes it easier to try and pick her off. So that's actually a smart move by whoever this assassin is. The episode summaries are being very vague about who it is, but I kind of feel like they're hinting that it's going to be Hanakaka. So episode 272 is titled The Students Are Teaming Up, and according to this one, it says the assassin who's been targeting Kai's life has finally revealed their true identity. Since they've engaged in battle with one another several times already, Kawaki knows they are a formidable foe. Kawaki then decides to pursue the assassin on his own so he doesn't expose the other students to any more danger. However, Kawaki is unsure of where the assassin is lurking on the island. At that moment, his classmates offer to join forces with Kawaki in his pursuit to the best of their abilities. They all express their determination to help and save Kai, and so their class unites and then begins their pursuit. So that right there, you can kind of see how that is. Like, it looks like maybe Hanakaka has revealed herself as being the assassin. Looks like at the end of episode 271, she probably got her hands on Kai, she made her escape, and now you got Kawaki blowing his cover saying, I'm actually a shinobi. The classmates are probably going to be trying to chip in and help where they can. You'll probably see somebody like Eke get an opportunity to shine, because they've been really trying to redeem his character from being an utter simp. So I like what you're seeing here just on that aspect. Now, the next one is the interesting one, because this is where we start seeing some of the team ups, and the team up we're seeing is actually going to be Kawaki and Himawari teaming up. And this is the one I'm very excited to see, because as I told you guys in the episode review, once we got to the part where the battles are going on, I was really hoping, with my expectations in check, that we might get something like Boruto episode 13, which was filled with quite a few Sakuga shots. And I said, I'm not really expecting Sakuga, but I am expecting some very fluid animation for the fight sequence, especially because we got the opportunity to see Himawari in a fight sequence as well. And just given how this assassin is shooting off these chakra whips and etc., you can actually take some of the banked animation from Boruto versus Nue and just use that for Himawari, since they're about the same height and it'll be easier to draw. I'm really hoping episode 273 looks really good. So episode 273 is titled Farewell Ninja Academy, and according to this summary, it says, as a shinobi, in order to rescue the abducted Kai, Kawaki confronts the dangerous assassin. Himawari provides support during the battle as Kawaki's partner. The two of them coordinate their attacks, and then they try to drive their enemy into a corner. However, their formidable foe is quite strong, since they have dedicated their entire life to becoming an assassin. However, their other classmates have decided to entrust Kawaki and Himawari with their direct showdown with the assassin. However, the students begin to mobilize themselves, since there ought to be something they could do to help out too. Will Kawaki be able to save his dear friends, whom he spent a significant amount of time with, and accomplish his mission? Now that's interesting. Like, that one, I really want to see who's going to be doing the animation for that. Like, I've not seen the staff listing yet, man. This is going to be very, very interesting. I hope this is a Studio Pierrot animation. Now, episode 274 is going to be that Sasuke and Boruto team up, which is what you likely clicked on this video for. Now, episode 274 is going to be airing on November 6th, and that one's titled The Flightless Hawk. And according to this one, it says Boruto goes together with Uchiha Sasuke to try and procure a messenger hawk. And so Boruto pays a visit to where the hawk trainer resides. There they hear a story about someone who is making money off selling unusually rare animals. They then decide to investigate the person in question. Meanwhile, Boruto meets a young boy who loves animals, Shitakiri, and I can't pronounce the first name for this, so I'm just gonna call him Bob. From now on, I'm just gonna call him Shitakiri Bob. Boruto and Bob get along with one another. Bob's mother has established rules where he cannot even go to school. He is resigned to not doing the things that he wants to do. Bob only has one friend, a hawk who was injured and can no longer fly at all. He has been carefully taking care of the bird in order for it to be able to soar in the skies once again. So I kind of see what they're doing here. They're using this transition episode, putting Sasuke in it to appease a lot of the fans. Want to see more Boruto and Sasuke interactions and master and student type stuff. This is a great opportunity to actually see Sasuke tell Boruto, like, hey, like I told you before, you couldn't go on a mission with me. You're going on a mission with me now, but not anything super dangerous. But that's at least some acknowledgement there. I'm wondering if they're gonna have this just based on the fact that code is out there, and if this transition is something that's gonna be used to set up the transition for that code actuation arc, which I still feel pretty confident just based off of the leak. Like I told you guys, this arc was gonna be 13 episodes, and when they announced in July, I said, hey, expected to be 13 to 15 episodes and then 4 transition episodes. I think sometime around in December, that's when you'll start seeing some of the framework for that code actuation arc that was in that leak that I reported on back in July, because we'll be out of transition episodes. 274 is on November 6th, 275 is November 13th, 276 is November 20th, 277 is November 27th. So I would expect that code anime original arc to begin probably on the 4th or the 11th of December. So having Sasuke here, that's actually a good way to kind of transition over towards that. But what I want to know from you guys is, what are you most excited to see? Are you most excited to see Boruto and Sasuke on a mission together? Are you most excited to see Kawaki and Himawari teaming up to fight side by side? While you think that over, click here to watch my Why Everyone Fears Makima video on Kryptonian Saiyan, or click here to watch this other video from Naruto Explained.